Hello everyone and welcome back to Unabridged for the last time. This is the series finale of Unabridged. Aw yeah. Now we can move on to bigger and better things in the future. But for the finale, I thought it'd be nice to do a bit of a world tour, which is why we're starting here. The starter house that we made very long time ago. Like, a very long time ago. Looks pretty nice, We got the nice staircase down to our little mine here. We got smeltery, or at least where the smeltery was. And yeah, looks really weird with nothing in it except a crafting table. You know, this little basement where we had some machines and stuff, but that's all moved away now. And yeah, kind of this very old building. I rarely ever come back here because there's nothing here that's really worth it. I mean, it's just a house and everything's already moved away anyway. Alright, moving right along. The next thing, I'm doing this in order, by the way, in order of when stuff was built. So, now we have this guy. The first house of the agricultural village. Looks nice and pretty. Also the sugarcane farm over here. Super huge. Yeah. But we made this nice looking house. Inside, the interior was only done like recently. So I mean this table and stuff wasn't always here. But got our seed storage for agricraft. Nice little bedroom, which was only added in recently. Yeah, I think that's about it. And there's a bunch of other random stuff here that I just left. Yeah. After that, we had our windmill. Now, this was like a three episode project, but that was back when I didn't edit, so that makes sense. Inside, there isn't really anything. But the cool thing about this windmill, right, is that it actually rotates. Ready for this? Wow, beautiful windmill. Turns. So amazing. Done using the Pastronics mod and a timer. Pretty simple mechanism. But yeah, nice and rotating mill. However, it does cause some lag, so I'm gonna turn that off. Alright, next. Oh, we also made this little farm here. Though a lot of the seeds in here are very recently added. So, yeah. Next up is our main house space right here. This house and its basement. Nothing else. No mob spawner. Also, we're on peaceful, which is why that's not active. But, yeah, just inside. I think this floor up here has looked fairly similar throughout my entire time here, except there used to be like chests here instead of an ME system. But that's like about the only difference. Then you come down here, and while watching back through the old videos, it's so weird to see like no machines or anything here other than like these. But that's how it was to start. And then we got this super thing, all these dimensions, the other stuff. Smeltery was always here, so there's some cobalt in there. Yeah, this was very large house. Took me a while. Alright, after we made this house, pretty shortly after, we made this, the mine shaft, which was my first edited video, like, I think ever, like, on the channel. The first video that I actually edited, and it only had, like, one cut, which is kind of sad, but, yeah, and I never use this either. I always just fly up, but it's here, if I want to just jump all the way up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, upstairs here, just a bed. That's all it is. No interior. Probably shoulda made that. Anyway, coming out of there, now, next I made the things that you've probably already seen. This barn, and the animal pens. Yeah. They house my animals. It's pretty cool. I got some sheep, some cows, some chickens, and the barn, which has some farming materials and stuff. And up here they had a nice bed, though this was only added in very recently also. Alright, I never really used this the way that I actually wanted it to, but yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I like these pens. They look pretty nice. And it took me like a whole episode to build just the pens, so yeah. Don't know how that happened, but I guess it did. Alright, after we built those, we came back over to the house and built a mob spawner. Yeah, this thing. However, it wasn't always cursed earth. Yeah, it wasn't always cursed earth. Used to just be stone, and mobs would walk in on their own. This dark glass also used to be 1 block higher, but I moved that down later. So yeah, if we come inside our house here, we come down, and then this nice looking hallway into the mob spawner room, where this has pretty much always been the same, though this used to just be a tank, just like 2 big tanks. And yeah, the drawer controller. Yeah, there used to be more drawers, but oh well. Later I also added in this system where I can flip this lever and it would swap out the diamond spikes for wooden spikes. As you can see there, they're wooden spikes. In case we wanted to grind or anything, and then you can swap it back and it'll turn back into diamond spikes. I don't remember what episode it was, but there's an episode that I made explaining like how it works, so if you're interested, you should totally watch it, because it's pretty cool. After the mob spawner, well, I mean the changing system came later, but if we come all the way down to the bottom of the world, you have this deep thing into a capacitor farm, which was pretty useful for the time that I used it, until I got my other super farms running, which I'll show later. This used to get me a lot of capacitors. Is this? This is okay. I thought I lost this journal, but I guess not. Yeah, some seeds in here. Yeah, so pretty good. After capacitor farm came the next major step on, I guess the building of this world. You come all the way out here, like super far away. Well, not really. It's not that far away. It's 1 hang glide away, but you know, far is far, and however you want to see it. We come all the way over here. You can see this factory. Ah, yeah, super fancy and beautiful. I think building this itself was a whole episode. I never did terraform this, but oh well. Got some nice smokestacks with RF tool or railcraft smokers. Got some nice smoke going up. And this houses my deco bench, crafting station, and it's like an old-timey factory, sort of. This isn't what factories look like at all, but you know, whatever. Got some crates back here. That's pretty nice. And then we come down to where the actual village is. You get the tunnels. Eventually, then we made, not that, we made this place, the villager farm. Ah, so fancy, and never used, because it didn't work at all. I was supposed to be a villager breeder and get sucked up and dropped into a smeltery, where they would die and get me emeralds. I think this thing produced like 6 emeralds the entire time it was here. Yeah. Never removed it, never did anything, just sort of left it. And yeah, it's very noisy, so I think we can move on. There are some emeralds here, but yeah. Uh, yeah. After the villager breeder farm thing, we made this room. Which has these machines where you can input here, it'll output here. I know, it's amazing. Same with the sag mills. I never did automate or do anything with these, which I probably should have done. And this is our power storage, which is losing power for some reason. I don't know why. And then we have our big reactor, which has waste in it that I will take out. Ah. Begone, foul waste. Haha. Big reactor makes our power. Now this should be going up. Yay! Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be leaving and never coming back after this, but alright, after we made this, now we come into this room. Yeah. All of these are offline right now, but yeah, super sprinklers, we got a nice agrocraft sprinkler system, and these levers can toggle the farms back on if we wanted to use them, which we don't. These all have unbreakable maddocks in them, so I never have to refill the hose. And this tank is an aqueous accumulator above it, so I don't even have to refill anything. This is completely automatic, and it is wonderful. Alright. After that, we have, if you come all the way down here, we have this room, which was never all the way finished, because these are still, there's no mob spawning in them, but this is our mob spawner room. Our specific mob spawner room. This one spawns Enderman. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Drops go in here. Simple diamond spike system with some conveyor belts. Yeah, and we're on peaceful, so they're not gonna spawn, but that's okay. Alright, after this. This room is pretty nice, by the way. I like it. Looks pretty good. Anyway, after that came, I'm gonna zoink myself back. After that came this room, which we spend a lot of time in, though most of it is not on camera, I don't think. This houses our pattern terminals and crafting, auto crafting, and all of this stuff, and the molecular assemblers. Yeah, also back here, look at all of this super crazy cabling. It's so unnecessary complicated. And then we have our auto inscribers, alloy smelter, and ore automatic ore system. We have this thing, this back here, which is even more chaotic because we have to supply power and there's cables everywhere. Okay. After that was a new area. We go through this portal, we come out on this cave, we come up, and now we're in the magical village. Ooh, so fancy. So the first thing we did here was build this house. And I'm pretty proud of this. I really like this house. It looks pretty good. I'm very happy with this. Again, the inside, this levitator wasn't here up until recently, but if we come up here, there's a nice little interior here. We come down. Have all of our Thaumcraft stuff. Everything Thaumcraft related is here. So yeah, this is a Thaumcraft base. I really like this house. Again, as I've said before, it's really good looking, and I'm very happy with this. So also this slab here, it's actually micro blocks, because I could and I wanted to. That's why. All right, after we made this thing here, ignore this house because that came later. But we came down here, and then we come down, and now we're in the alembic room with jars all around the outside, and a custom system where once a jar gets filled all the way, an autonomous activator turns on and dumps it out halfway and puts the files into a barrel. And that was a very long-winded process to design, but it works super well and it looks really nice, so I don't know, I'm not complaining. Again, decoration of this room. Yeah, this room was only decorated recently. Like, I don't remember the episode, but in the same episode that I did the interiors of, like, every other building, except my main house, I decorated this one. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyway, after that was, something that you'd probably expect. If we come back into the cave and go through this portal, we come into our next build, which is this hallway. No, it's not much, but houses all of our portals: Deep Dark, Last Millennium, Aether, Twilight Forest, and Nether. All of which we've been to and explored and seen what they have to offer, and yeah. Something else I'd like to mention is I turned off this using power just because it used, like, way too much, so, yeah. Take the high road, everyone. Don't be like me. Don't cheat. Okay, after that was this thing, right here, this room, and this process here. It's not on right now, but I have a pump in a dimension, RF Tools dimension, with energetic alloy, lakes. So I pump out the energetic alloy, and it comes into here, and some of it, this side, gets crafted into ingots and then turned into vibrant alloy in here. So I have a very large amount of those. So, yeah. My dimensions setup is up here. This is what I made, I guess, before I did that, because I had to get the dimension. And all of these dimlets. So many dimlets. And so many other dimensions. But, yeah. Okay, after that came this compact machine. Do I have my thingy? Because I will go into it. I do. Personal shrinking device. Yoink. Beautiful. Alright, it lags a bit. Alright, we're good. And this is where all of my ores are stored. And all of my important stuff stored in compacting drawers. And I have this here for my Yellorium, because I have Yellorium being farmed and needs to be turned into dust and then smelted and then sent back here, and it's a very long and complicated process that, you know, it's really just this. That's the main thing to get out of here. Alright. We come back into here. Next up is back over in the industrial village, which is the factory place. The industrial village. Beautiful. Also thunder. Because why not, you know? I like thunder. And you should too. Alright. It's a long trip. It's not really that long. I already mentioned this, didn't I? I did. I really did. And yet I'm mentioning it again because I want to. Okay. So back here at the industrial village. Again, we come on down. And the last hallway here, this thing. It's kind of small, and it's really, like, not in use anymore. But it was supposed to be, this is electrical steel, because I have an electrical steel dimension that's doing the same thing as my energetic alloy dimension, except with electrical steel. And then these two are supposed to be for solarium and dark steel. But my dark steel thing just broke completely. So I have, like, I have a bunch of stuff in here ready to set it up again. But, like, I made a dimension with a dark steel dimlet, and it didn't have any dark steel. So, that was unfortunate. And there's cobblestone in there. And the solarium one just ran out of solarium, so I'd have to move the pump if I wanted to get more. And the episode I did this in was very recently. If you want to, like, see the dimensions and stuff, you can. I don't remember what number it is, but yeah. Okay, after this, we go back home, and then we go with more thunder, jeez. Then we go to here, this portal, back over to this house, this super amazing, really, really big house. This thing is huge. Not so big when you step inside, but Yeah. Nice clocks, chairs, desk, bookshelves, this table and chair, um, bed, and another table and chair, closets, and yeah, it's a pretty nice little house. This is it's on top of this room here. Uh, yeah. So if we wanted to do that, we could. But yeah, pretty simple house. I never used this. It's purely for decoration. There's no practical purpose to it, but just looks nice, you know. You gotta have some aesthetic stuff and things, and yeah. Infusion altar is also over here, and so is the crucible and that stuff. But this was made a little while ago, though I never really used it that often. All right, and the final destination on our tour, something that you've already seen a lot because we passed by it like 3 times, but the thing we made in the last episode, this thing, very large temple. If we wanted to jump to it, we could. I made it. Everything in this world is accessible if you don't have flight, which is pretty cool. So you can just jibbity jump along. Yeah, and we arrive at the temple. Completely empty. I didn't know what to put in here. I had some ideas, but I never implemented them. But yeah, I'm still really proud of this thing. It's really big, and it took me a very long time to get all the stuff to make it. And the cloud also below it, that took a while to build, and yeah. In order to get this is fluffy clouds from the Twilight Forest. So, gotta head into the Twilight. We beat all of the Twilight bosses, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I am very happy with this build, as I am with a lot of the other stuff in this world. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of the tour. If you want to watch the whole series, I always leave the playlist link in the description. So yeah. World download wise, I'm not gonna put it up. Mainly because I don't know if there's anyone that actually wants it. If you do want it, you can let me know, I guess, and I'll see what I can do, but yeah. Otherwise, this is the end. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, leave a comment with any feedback you have for me, and I'll see all of you later in our next series. Bye.